Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5 tonight. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
And I'm Whitney Ward. Thank you for being here. A judge has rejected a request to block the statewide ban on certain semi-automatic firearms. The new law passed in the Washington legislature earlier this year.
It stops the sale, distribution, and importation of more than 50 types of guns within the state, but the bill is not in the clear yet. KREM 2's Amanda Rowley joining us now with more on today's ruling. Amanda?
When Washington's ban on certain semi-automatic firearms went into effect, 3 lawsuits came forward. The Second Amendment Foundation's federal lawsuit to block the new law is the first to get rejected.
The Second Amendment Foundation filed its lawsuit against the state of Washington in the U.S. Western District Court. They asked the judge to block the statewide assault weapons ban while waiting to go to trial. The lawsuit claims the ban violates the constitutional right to bear arms. But today, the judge rejected that request to temporarily block the new law. The order says, in light of recent mass shootings, it is appropriate for the government to find ways to protect the public within the limits of the Second Amendment.
So I'm signing this bill.
The ban was signed into law in April, and at that time, Attorney General Bob Ferguson said he is prepared to fight any legal challenges.
We have defended a number of bills related to common sense gun reform, and our record so far is pretty good against the NRA and against the Second Amendment Foundation. We are undefeated, and we plan to keep that record intact.
There are still 2 other lawsuits pending against Washington's assault weapons ban. The NRA filed a federal lawsuit on behalf of the National Shooting Sports Foundation and individual plaintiffs. The individual plaintiffs include Spokane's Sharp Shooting, an indoor range and gun shop. The nonprofit Silent Majority Foundation filed a separate lawsuit in Grant County. But last month, a judge transferred the case to Thurston County. That transfer is still pending.
Now, the National Shooting Sports Foundation filed its federal lawsuit against Washington with Sharp Shooting. The foundation told me this afternoon their organization is confident in its challenge against the state. Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
All right, Amanda, thank you very much. Switching gears to talk weather, another hot day across the inland Northwest as we inch ever so closer to 90 degrees.
Yeah, we might just get there. For more on what we can expect here over the next day or so, let's send it to our chief meteorologist, Jeremy Legoo.
Why are you guys at work?
Why are we at work?
That's a good question.
Should be out on the water.
I need to pay the bills.
There's that, yeah.
Right.
Oh, man.
Always getting in the way.
Yeah, like the mortgage. And the
Yeah, I mean, it's tough being an adult.
Sure
yeah. Oh, somebody want to work for me? I got to get out here and do that. Just hang out on the lake. Right now, temperatures sit in the mid-80s, 84 degrees. And that heat, well, it is on across much of the inland Northwest. Highs in the mid-80s just about everywhere. 86 up in Sandpoint, 89 in Omak and Grand Coulee, 90s in central Washington. It is a scorcher of a day today and likely going to remain that way tomorrow. Notice we do have some activity, most of that down to our south. Southern Idaho getting hit once again. For us, it's the hot, dry weather pattern that's taken over. That really dry stretch in Canada is stretched down into our region, but it doesn't look like it lasts too much longer. Tomorrow, we'll see a little cloud cover build in the evening, and then as we get into Thursday, we'll see the chance of rain return to the forecast. It looks more like isolated thunderstorms later on in the afternoon and evening, but we're going to keep a close eye on it. Friday, scattered showers and temperatures much cooler, so cooler, wetter weather is back in the forecast, and that is a good thing.
All right, sounds good, Jeremy. Thank you very much. In other news tonight, a 78-year-old woman's in the hospital this afternoon after being hit by a car on eastbound I-90.
That incident closed those lanes for a brief time this morning. According to the Washington State Patrol, that woman from Canada was trying to cross the busy freeway near Star Road in Liberty Lake. She was rushed to Sacred Heart Medical Center. Right now, search and rescue crews are still searching for a climber who has been missing on Mount Rainier for 5 days.
They've been searching for 80-year-old Dawes Eddy since Thursday, and just hours ago, KREM 2 confirmed that crews went in to investigate a tip they received about seeing the person in a crevasse. Eddy's family reported him missing last week after he did not return home. They said Eddy planned on hiking up Mount Rainier for the 50th time to celebrate his birthday.
He told park officials he was hiking alone and would be back down the very next day. Since then, search efforts have been underway both on the ground and in the air.
What we hope is to bring some kind of closure to the family. That's always, our goal, whether it's whatever kind of closure it might be. Sometimes it's reuniting family members, sometimes it's not. But whatever we can do to help the family and ideally help the patient as well.
Mount Rainier National Park officials tell KREM 2 they have been searching nonstop since Eddie was first reported missing.
Multiple agencies are helping with the search, including air support from the Army National Guard.
A team of archaeologists from WSU and the Kalispel tribe are now working to excavate what could be one of history's oldest kitchens right here in Washington. That discovery of earth ovens built long before even the Egyptian pyramids were made near Newport.
The remains of these early tribal traditions are now being carefully preserved, and they could reveal amazing new details about the foods the Kalispel people have been preparing and eating in the inland Northwest for the last 5,000 years. Well, happening in less than an hour, the city of Spokane will be holding a workshop so residents can review design concepts and share feedback on a new dog park.
That workshop will be held at Cooper Elementary School, and participants will be able to weigh in on what they would like to see in that 8-acre park, which is located along Upriver Drive in northeast Spokane. It's right near Beacon Hill and Minnehaha. Now, according to Parks and Rec, the designs that will be shared include strategies to promote safety and reduce the impact to neighbors and the environment.
The dog park will take the place of the unofficial South Hill Dog Park that was removed to make way for the new Peppersack Middle School. Spokane Public Schools is funding the construction for the park. Well, this month brought new water restrictions to the city of Spokane and plenty of questions for our KREM 2 Verify team.
The water restrictions mean that homeowners are going to be limited to watering just 4 days a week. You also cannot water during daylight hours between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. Okay, but what about limits on how long you water, or if the rules apply to city parks? Tonight on KREM 2 News at 6, our Verify team is breaking down what's true and what's false when it comes to Spokane water restrictions.